Hello everyone, welcome to Conversations with Sakina. In today's video, we're going to do a little exploring about signs and synchronicities. Nothing new there. However, we're going to add telepathy into that and find out why these signs and synchronicities and the telepathy that probably many of you have been experiencing, as I know my husband and I have, why it's coming so rapidly, why all of these are coming so rapidly all of a sudden, almost back to back. But before we get into it, if you are a fan of tarot pick-a cards, weekly tarot forecasts, tarot and oracle walkthroughs, monthly zodiac snapshots, you're in the right place because that is what I do, and I upload 3 times each week. So if you're interested in that, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my weekly content. Okay, so here's the rub. My husband and I, over the last, I'm going to say month, have been noticing some really major signs and synchronicities, and we've been actually able to read one another's thoughts pretty easily and pretty quickly. Now, yes, we've been married for a long time, going on 20 years. However, we've never been really kosher in the communication department. We have and have always had a little bit of a difficult time with that. And all of a sudden, we are knowing what one another is thinking without speaking. And the signs and synchronicities, things that are coming to us in the shows that we watch in the evening on the computer. And one night we might be watching Lord of the Rings, and the next night another show, and the other show mentions Bilbo Baggins, for instance. There's been a lot. I wish I had written down all of these synchronicities, and again, also signs such as feathers and signs on the clocks, 11:11, 1:11, 2:22, 3:33, 12:34, all different signs in that way. And there's been so many others. Odd animals crossing our paths all through the month. And it's been continuous and coming faster than it ever has. We've always gotten signs and synchronicities. And of course, we all know what it's like to have an ad show up on our phones or on our computers after we've been talking about something specific. Suddenly an ad will show up for that. Listening in here. However, what we've been getting this last month is not the same. It is signs and synchronicities from the universe, and the telepathy is also something new. We've always had a little bit of it, but this is kind of rapid fire. So what we want to ask the cards today, and this is for myself and my husband and anyone else who's been experiencing a similar scenario here, we're going to ask the cards why. Why is this taking place? Why all of a sudden all the signs and synchronicities all at once? I mean, like 10 times a day versus once a week. And the telepathy hand in hand with the signs and synchronicities. So let us take a look here with the cards and see what we can find out. So I've been shuffling the entire time I've been talking to you. So I'm going to just split the deck here. And yes, it's off camera pretty much, but not a lot of room here. Okay, so first card we get here is the Hanged One and the Page of Cups. So we know that the world out there is kind of crazy and can really play havoc on our emotions. So apparently what's going on here is with the Page of Cups, this is kind of a learning experience on how to deal with our emotions by looking at things in a totally different way, so that we aren't reacting to what's going on in the world the way that those who are creating the chaos in the world would like us to react. So it's kind of a training process. So let's see, we'll move these over here. Let's see what else the cards have to share here. We have the Five of Swords, Two of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, in this lineup here, we have no water, no cups. And considering this is a great deal about the learning how to work with our emotions through all this turbulent chaos, that's kind of strange here. So let us see, and again, we see a lot of pentacles here. The last three cards are pentacles. So let's take a look here. So the Five of Swords is a card of morals. At least in my mind, it's a card of morals. We have this boy here who has a butterfly trapped in a jar. And he's actually considering taking that butterfly out of the jar and pinning it to a board of some sort, or paper or something, so that he can hang it on his wall as a trophy. And so with this card, this is what I term a disruptive idea. Okay, what's being fed into our mind is really shaking up our morals right now, really making it difficult to determine what is right and what is wrong anymore. Those that are creating the chaos out there, they want us to have mind confusion for sure. And there certainly is that. We're told one thing one second, and the next second it's something completely different. So we move to the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is saying, you know, we really have to look for what's important to us. Really look for, you know, what are our morals? What do we stand on? What do we believe in? What do we communicate? And we really need to look and see what that's about. What way is most beneficial for us to go, or to follow, or not to follow? So I feel like this learning, intuitive learning, dealing with our emotions and looking at things from a whole new perspective is necessary. Very, very necessary. It's almost like, I'm going to say, almost like in hypnosis, where you bring the client up and you bring them down, and you bring them up and you bring them down. And this deepens the hypnotic state. So when we're thrown here and thrown there by the chaos in the world, it's a hypnotic game plan, I guess you could say. It's a hypnotic game plan. So I believe that our guides, the universe, whoever creates the synchronicities and the signs and is helping us with our telepathy, is doing their best to teach us how to counteract that hypnosis game plan. So then the Page of Pentacles, this is just saying, like I always say, go out there and learn how to relate to the earth. Ground yourself. Relate to the earth, because the earth has a stronghold on us, because we are from the earth. We are part of Mother Earth. We breathe out carbon dioxide. She gives us oxygen. Trees require carbon dioxide. We require oxygen. We have a symbiotic relationship with the many different things on Mother Earth. So we're being asked to learn to understand that symbiotic relationship. And again, here with the Six of Pentacles, it's a very harmonic exchange. Great harmony in it. As it stands right now, with the way things are going, this Six of Pentacles isn't as much in harmony as we would like it to be. As you see on the card, we have one person sitting down and waiting for the gift from someone else rather than exchanging a gift, so to speak. And I feel like we are the ones that are sitting down, and it is the universe and Mother Earth who are trying to give and help us pay attention, and we're just kind of sitting there. We're not giving anything back. Maybe we will eventually. However, with the Four of Pentacles, this is a card that says we don't want to. We know that there's something coming. We know that there's something happening, but we don't want things to change. We don't want to uproot what we feel is comfortable or let go of anything that might mean something to us. We don't want to do that. And if we're being awakened in the way that we are with this emotional learning process, looking at things in a whole new perspective, being asked to look at our morals and to really look at things coming up in the future, we have to let go of things that just stand in the way of those things. So usually in a reading like this, we get the, sorry, I just dropped a card. So usually in a reading like this, the first line is what the situation is, and the second line of 5 cards is going to cover how to handle what we see here, or what steps to take, perhaps. I'm not sure which way it will go. So we are going to split the deck again and see what cards come up here. So we have the Ten of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands, Four of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Justice. Okay. So with the Ten of Swords here, as we can see, there's an owl and an older man, eye to eye. And the owl is about wisdom. That's pretty much what everybody knows of owls, is they're wise. So we would like to be as wise as this owl. And this card is saying we are as wise as this owl. This is completed ideas, completed communication, and the cycle that comes around to the Ace of Swords then for opening up something completely new. So this Five of Swords here that we had at the start, where it's showing the disruption of these ideas, the communication, those who believe they're in power are pushing upon us. We're smart enough to know that it is all a game. And I don't mean a fun game. Absolutely not. It is not a fun game. However, it is their game, and they are wanting us to play it. And the Ten of Swords is saying, we don't have to play it. It's going to play out in our favor. But let's see where this has to go beforehand. Again, it begins with learning to deal with our emotions in very chaotic times, and to look at things in a different perspective so we don't overreact to everything or react at all. Because the whole point of what they do with this Five of Swords back here is they want us to emote. They want us to pit one against the other. This is the way they want it, and that is not the way the universe is trying to share with us. So with these signs and synchronicities and the telepathy that we are experiencing so much quicker, this is the universe's way, as I said, of trying to counteract the hypnosis game, where our brains are taking in so much from the news and that kind of thing, and one day it's this, the next day it's that. But by feeding us signs and synchronicities and allowing us to know what telepathy feels like, which obviously coming from the mind of another that you trust or love is going to be truth, okay? You know it's truth. So by giving us those opportunities and bringing them to us in kind of rapid fire, that reminds us constantly that we are spiritual beings having a human experience that is only temporary, okay? So we are wise here with this Ten of Swords. We can think for ourselves, we can speak for ourselves, and we can do so wisely. And with the Queen of Wands, this is saying, but we need to remember, if we're passionate about something, if we see something happening in the future and we're passionate about something, take a moment to consider our words. Center first. Control the flame within. Control the passion within. So that when we do speak and share, we do so in a very passionate manner, but yet one that shows love and caring to ourselves and other people. When we can start to do that, okay, this Four of Wands is saying when we can start to do that, we are finding stability. We are finding our feet. We need to do so. We need to find our feet, and we need to celebrate what we know, what we see happening. We need to celebrate the fact that we are wise and that we do have control over ourselves, our passion. We don't have to fight to understand. We don't have to fight to live in the sense of bashing other people. We can go within ourselves and feel the peace and calm. That's exciting, and that is what the universe would like us to work with and work on. And with the Queen of Swords, this is another kind of centering. Here we're working on our inner passions, our creative and destructive way of being, okay? Here we are centering to communicate with the universe, with our guides, with our angels, with our higher self. Okay, this is where the majority of the truth is going to come from. And again, this is a way of telling us that these signs, these synchronicities, the telepathy that we are experiencing, even ringing in the ears, okay, these are all things that are coming from those beyond the veil, or in heaven if you prefer. Those, our angels, our spirit guides, our higher self, will never lie to us. And this is the sword of truth. They will never lie. And then, of course, justice. Justice is in the eye of the beholder. And I don't know if you can see the scale. See if I can bring this forward. and still let you see. There's a scale in her eye. Justice is in the eye of the beholder. And I think what we're being told here is that we cannot change justice for everyone, but we can change our own justice, okay? We can realize our wisdom. We can center ourselves and get control of our creative and our destructive centers. We can celebrate the fact that we are becoming stable and we're realizing that the signs and synchronicities, now look, we've got the poles make 11 and 11, so 11, 11. And we can celebrate the fact that things are stable within ourselves and that we do have communication with unseen beings, that those who are creating the chaos and playing hardball don't want us to have, but have no control over. They cannot control our angels sharing with us. They cannot control our guides bringing things to us. It can't happen. They can't control that. So these signs, synchronicities, and telepathy are also meant to let us know that we are not alone, ever. No matter what chaotic craziness is going on in the world, we are not alone. And the Justice card also is a number 11. So again, we've got 11, 11 here and another 11. But this is a card that says, keep your eyes open. Scrutinize and weigh everything you see and hear that does not seem to be coming from a higher place. Be on the lookout. Be fair about it, as justice is, with what you're seeing. But again, look at things from a whole different perspective. When you hear something, look at it from a different perspective. Kind of turn it upside down and see what it might really mean. But don't react to it until you've thought about it, deeply thought about it, and you've taken it through your creative, destructive center. Once you've done that and you realize what the true intention is, you realize whether it's truth or lie, then you can celebrate that you've discovered something and share it. By all means, share it if you're passionate to do so. That will set a foundation that those who are creating the chaos cannot penetrate, no matter what. Your morals are sound. They're safe and sound, and you are never alone in any of this. So, this is a powerful, powerful message here. And keeping in mind, we need to pay attention to those signs and synchronicities. Actually notice and maybe say out loud that, oh, hey, I noticed that. So that your guides and your angels and your higher self and the universe can know that what they're bringing forward to you is being noticed. Because if you're not noticing, it is probably not going to work out like this for you, because you may not be quite awake enough. If you're not noticing the signs and synchronicities, you need to step back and open your eyes and your mind a little bit more. And if they're not coming as fast as what I was talking about at the start of this video, no worries there. I'm sure that there are those who might watch this video and say, oh, that happened to me like 2 years ago. That's okay. We're all on a different time schedule for whatever reason. We are on a different time schedule. We are probably going through the same situations in the 3D world. However, we are going into it at different time paces, sorry. And so what one is going through, another may not be. Patience is very, very necessary. Generosity is necessary in communication. Never ever treat someone stupid because they don't know something. Just open yourself up and explain to the best of your ability without overreacting. So this reading is timeless and it will be good at any point that you watch it. So when you come to it, whenever that is the time that you're meant to hear this. So that is it for signs, synchronicities, and telepathy, and why they're coming so fast for some of us. This is why. So until next time, take care.